Well, it has been an off season and a half. I've spent about 20 million, and I think I've paid more in agents' fees than I did in any other transfers in this entire save right up until now. So it's been quite hectic. I've fiddled around with the wage budget as well, and we've upped that as well. And it's made absolutely no difference to the media, who still have us 2001 to win the thing and quite a way away from 19th place Norwich. We could be in for a tough season. Also, the Board are building a new stadium. Let's go and check it all out. Hi guys, what are you? Welcome back. Episode 43 of the Road to Glory Save with Chatham Town. If you're enjoying this type of content and you're not yet subscribed, if you could, it would mean a lot to me. Smash that like button as well and let me know. Do you think we're going to do better than 20th this season? I bloody hope we are, but let me know down in the comments. Anyway, guys, here we are in the Premier League. We have terrible facilities still, but we have a lot of money. We are hemorrhaging a lot of money. As you can see, 5 million in debt, but it's the Premier League. I've spent all the money over our wage budget as well, but that doesn't bother me in the Premier League because we can shift that quite easily. Club vision, as you know, is fight bravely against relegation. We are building that new stadium, like I said. Can I click on this? I don't think I can. I think I've lost it. Very strange about the stadium. So they're building a new stadium, yet it holds just under 15,000. Now, I have a feeling that the Premier League, one of its rules, if I can find the rules for stadiums here, this is exciting, isn't it? Always checking the stadium rules. I'm glad I'm watching this. Oh, it's 12,500. I thought it was 15,000. Maybe I'll edit that bit out, eh? Anyway, so at the moment, like I said, we are obviously building a new stadium. We are playing in the Ian Prince Foundation Stadium in London, so which is also QPR playing that one as well. But it holds 18,000 just over, so that's good. That's really good for us getting that stadium there. Hopefully we can get some money in and get some tickets and all those kinds of jazz. Anyway, it was a bit rusty with the preseason friendly, but then we kicked on. We scored some good goals. Yes, we played some easy teams there, but I mean, what you're all interested in is the transfers, and there has been a lot of them. As you can see here, I spent 14.5 million here with all the players going out, a lot of them on loan, to be honest, and we've got some here at the back end of the last season, so close to 20 million. Like I said, we fiddled with the wage budget, because it was only 350,000 they gave us. I've upped that to almost 200k, but let's go and have a look through some of these players. Now, some of these players here that joined were, the kids released by the Premier League club, so I won't dwell on them too long. But Alistair Lane-Nixon is a right winger. He is 5-star potential at the moment. We'll see how it goes. He's 18. Paul Solone is an Australian central defender. I don't know if any of these guys are going to make it, but Abel de la Heres is a left back who is pretty pacey and very aggressive. So we've also got Bernard Dawes, is a left and right winger from Everton. Got some good physicals, but that's really it. They're the players that we brought in from other teams. Now we'll go through these ones here and show you the signings that I made quickly off the bat after we got promoted. The first one here is Juninho. He's a goalkeeper from Brazil. It was a bit of a panic signing, this one. I signed him ages ago when his contract was running out. He's not very good. He's not going to be very good, and he doesn't have a work permit, and no one will take him on loan. So Juninho, not going to last long. This guy here, Sherif Kieta, Senegal, 24-year-old striker, behind the striker, right winger. He looks pretty decent, got some good stats, level-headed, fairly loyal. Been playing in Senegal all his career, scoring a fair few amount of goals. So I'm happy to bring this guy in on the cheap as well. Cost me 400k. That was something else I didn't want to do at the beginning. We needed some bodies in. I wanted to snap up some of these young kids here, so hopefully, they can do a business for us. Ismail Guri is a Uruguayan left back. He's 21. He comes into the team. He looks okay. It was one place that I thought we needed to improve on, with Miles Kenlock leaving the club. So we'll see how he goes. Celestino Quimbamba is an Angolan 18-year-old winger. Now this guy, 175k. Yes, he's on loan in Greece because he doesn't have a work permit. But look at his value there, skyrocketing. He is 5-star potential at the moment as well. So he could be a really, really good player for the future. So loving that. Rogi Hodggaard, I think, is a Faroe Island international with 45 caps under his belt, can play in that DMC midfielder or behind the striker. He looks pretty good as well. Good squad player, 3 stars. Came in, been playing Udinese last year in Serie A. Other than that, been playing a lot of times in Scotland. So happy to bring him in. Yes, he's an important player, but probably more of a squad player. This guy, Diarra, is a German Mali left winger, right winger, can play all along there. Not bad. Good squad player I've got him in for. Paid a lot of money. That's where a lot of our wages go. But I like his all-round stats here. It's got, do you know what I mean? It's got a lot of stats in double figures. He's been playing in Bundesliga Vi and the Würzburger Kickers, one of my favourite team names in the German leagues. But he's been scoring some good goals as well. So hopefully, you know, just their bodies, their improvements on what we had. And the last one in is Abdullah Aziz Ouattara. He is an Ivory Coast 18-year-old. This kid is the pick of the bunch that I have signed. So he's a striker or a right winger. He is out in Greece at the moment because, surprise, surprise, didn't get a work permit. But at 18 years old, he could be one for the future. This kid looks absolutely amazing and really happy I picked him up for literally what is peanuts in the Premier League. So they're the signings at the end of the season. We had players going out here. Oh god, there's so many players on loan. There was the released players. James Fintica, yeah, we saw most of these. Yeah, you saw most of them. This will be the next year. Jack Fitzwater left, who now is at Chester. But other than that, that's it. That's it. Okay, so we don't want those ones. So let's go back to all the transfers. For the players we brought in here with the 14 million, some of the players gone out. Matt Healy, Newborn Bahan, Ryan York, a whole load of other host players, loan players just going out. Olafunwa has left as well. Rivers United, 150k. Didn't need him with the right backs we've got in now. But anyway, let's get back to the players we've got in because this could be a long video and I'd like to get a game in. Marcus Aurelio is a left-sided winger or possible striker who is Brazilian. Get in. Gotta love a Brazilian. He's come in to play on that left-hand side. He's 23. He looks pretty good. Cost me 1.5 million. He's come from Portugal and is already worth 10 million. A lot of these guys, unfortunately, wanted like minimum fee release clauses. So we'll see how that goes. Hopefully we can get rid of them because they're not very big release clauses. But I like Marcus Aurelio there. Looks pretty good. Florian Klopper is a left back. I mainly signed him because of his name. I liked his name. He's a left back. Austrian, 19 years old. Came in on a free. He's been playing at Rapid Vienna a little bit here and there. But once again, needing an upgrade in that left back position. And I like his physicals. I like his pace. I love a fast left back. The next one is probably someone that you do know, Morgan Gibbs-White. Yes, he's 30, but I just really couldn't pass up 2.3 million. Has Premier League experience. You know, he's one of our better players and will hopefully, you know, really lend that experience to some of these younger kids there. Rodrigo Piernas is a Argentinian centre midfielder who, once again, is another one who looks absolutely smokingly good at 2.2 million. Problem with him is he's already lost a week's wages because he was out at a nightclub. So I don't know if that's going to be a problem with him going into the future, but I do like him. He looks good. He's not going to start today because of his nightclub shenanigans. Adrian Semper then is a goalkeeper. He's Croatian, 32 years old, bit of experience, been playing in Genoa for a lot of years there. Whole host of experience under his belt. Brought him in. He looks good once again. 1.9 million, very, very cheap. We also do have Rich Mohammed still on loan, so those two will fight out that goalkeeper's position. The next person in is Dominic Ifora. He's come Sheffield Wednesday in the Championship. They released him. 35 years old. He's on a 1-year deal, and that's why Olafunwa has left. I thought we needed an upgrade on right back, and this guy could do the business. Plus, he is slightly better than vice captain Harvey Rhodes, so those two will kind of, battle for that position. Darius Hadley, is a Scottish central defender who can also play in the midfield and left back. Left-footed central defender, very rare. Good to find him. 22 years old. Once again, 1 million, nice and cheap, coming from West Brom. He's English. Sorry, I thought he was Scottish. My bad. Like I said, good physicals here as well. Not very aggressive, but at 22, hopefully he can still have some time to grow there as well. Ignacio Vargas is a Paraguayan central midfielder or defensive midfielder. This guy is another player, 20 years old, paid virtually nothing for him, and already is, up to 15 million. Does have, a minimum fee release clause, but they have to be in the Champions League of 13.5 million. He could be someone special as well. So I'm very happy with some of these signings that have come in. And our last one, which is our biggest signing, 4.9 million, rising to 6, is John Mayenga Nekadio, Belgian Democratic Republic of Congo international central defender. We needed someone who is physically dominant, and this is the guy here. Positioning's not great, but composure and concentration are also a bit low. But that jumping reach, natural fitness, and the heading, he is just going to be awesome. Been playing in Belgium. Weirdly had a massive gap here. I don't know, maybe I just didn't have Belgian leagues turned on. I think that's it. He's 28. He will have that experience. He's the highest paid player at the club, and our final signing is playing at the World Cup for the Congo as well. So really happy to get him in as a squad player as well. So those are the signings. It has been a busy window. You'll notice here as well that Kieran Wakefield has actually gone out on loan. He is on loan at Port Vale in League 2. I don't know. I don't know what I did. It was a moment of weakness. I'm sorry, Kieran Wakefield. Yeah, we'll see what happens with him. Other than that, I've improved the staff. We've got some extra staff. I've pumped them in. We're still a little light in the scouting, but yeah, is what it is. The tactics, let's have a look at the tactics before we get into this West Ham game, who were one of our promotion buddies from the league going up through the playoffs. Now, I have gone back to the Up the Chats too, tweaked a few things. We're going to play that defensive midfielder this time, just to hopefully, solidify our defense a bit more, as I am worried about that attacking spot there. So we've still got Freddie Potts. I'm not sure he's really going to cut it, unfortunately. Daniel Harvey's transfer list. I'm not going to find a spot for him. We've also got Oliver Pendlebury, once again, could struggle. And Marlon Abbott, who is also here, signed a new bumper contract. Don't know if he's going to cut it either, but we will see. And like I said, still got Rich Mohammed and Cedric Berger on loan. So thumbs up for those guys. Anyway, here is the team today. It is Sempringal, Iolfa, got some of these names, Macadio, Bernard, Klopper, Vargas, Gibbs White, Jones, Marcus Aurelio, Uomeni, and Berger up front. So it's only really Deshaun Bernard, Roger Jones, Uomeni, and Berger from last year, and only 3 of them. Uomeni is only the one who's been there for more than one season. So anyway, team selection, we've done all that. That's what I meant to show you, was the season preview. Just quickly, look at this. Oh, it's 1,000-1. Oh, yeah. 1,000-1. I'll take those odds. I will take those odds. But as you can see, we are a long way away from Norwich. The key players, I think we've got 2. Morgan Williams, White, and Keita here. So yeah, team selection. Let's go. Come on. West Ham. 2 players getting numbers. Oh, Vargas with 8. I think we've given away 8. So you can have 18. And Nicadio. It strikes me as someone who's going to take like an odd number, like 19. Not that we can give him like an odd number, it just means not an even one. I don't know. 15 minutes into this video already almost. And getting into our first game. West Ham United, point the finger. What have we got to lose? Let's go and cause an upset. It could take some time for some of these players to gel. Oh, the chats in the Premier League. We're at home for the first game of the season. Can we do what we sometimes do on the first day of the season? Is surprise everyone and get a goal. A couple of names there. Bruno Guimaraes is one who stands out there, but there's still a few there. We're going to shout straight away for some encouragement, and it is Klopper with the ball now. Vargas gives White there to Nicadio on the ball now. Vargas back to Klopper. I'm going to love saying Klopper. Marcus Aurelio, Gibbs White now. That's a great ball. Cedric Berger. That was sublime from the chat. Absolutely sublime. We've got a corner. It is Gibbs White to take it now. Nicadio tries to get his big noggin in there, but unfortunately it is headed wide. We are the only game at the moment being played, and I'm liking it, yeah. Guimaraes is there, Alfie Devine, Scott McTominay, Reece Nelson, Nicolo Vlasovic, yeah, rings a bell. Pedro, yeah, Junior Firpo on the bench as well. Yeah, wow, so many, but we are 30 minutes into this game with not a lot happening at the moment, unfortunately. Hey, we've got another highlight. It is Umeno now collecting the throw in. Jones, Iofa now. Umeno loses out. McTominay scooping up Pedro now. Vlasovic. Oh no, there it is. Nicolo Vlasovic scores for West Ham, and it is West Ham 1, Chatham 0. Not the start we wanted. I mean, let's say starts half an hour into the game. We're going to demand some more for the last sort of 10 minutes of half time. It is West Ham on another attack now, but I want to say like I4. Oh, there is an R in there. Iorfa. It is West Ham here looking to get another cross in, and oh my god, Semper's having a mare. He's not having a good game. Not the debut we wanted. Maybe we should have stuck with Richard Mohammed. Maybe I've made a mistake. I've made a really, really bad mistake. I'm sorry, Richard. Oh my god. Oh no. Can we get a goal before half time? It is Jones on the ball now. Gibbs White charging through. Morgan Gibbs White. Oh. Morgan Gibbs White had a great chance there to score. And it is a corner. Can we get one before the break? No, it is headed away by Pedro. And Reece Nelson goes to scoop up the ball. It's not really the start we wanted. I'm going to thrash the arms and just, like, I'm not happy. We should be playing a lot better than that. And demand some more on the boys. And we will look to make some substitutions very, very soon, I think, because we've got some players out there who are not playing well, as Semper sends the ball downfield. Semper now. Like I said, I mean, there's not much difference between him and Richard Mohammed. He probably got a little bit on him, but that's why I went with him, that experience. But that's a good ball, but Berger can't get there. Gibbs White, Klopper, Marcus Aurelio, and Klopper now. Klopper, Marcus Aurelio, Vargas flicks it over. It's Umeno, the captain. No, Marcus Aurelio. He scores his first goal for Chatham, his first goal in the Premier League, and Chatham's first goal in the Premier League. Get in. But here it is. He starts the move off with playing the ball to Vargas. Vargas big over the top to Umeno, and Marcus Aurelio with a massive header. That's what I'm talking about. Players' averages have just moved up. We're going to shout at them to demand some more. We've got a corner. Jones now whips it in, and it's in. It is Nicadio. He scores on his debut, a debut goal. That's what we want. The big centre-back rising up there like a mighty salmon. Jones, bang, unmarked. It is West Ham 2, Chatham 2. Oh, and the game has just opened right up now. Klopper now. Can Chatham do something special here? Jones, Berger. That's a great ball to Klopper. Klopper now. Aurelio, the goal scorer. Berger, Gibbs White. Morgan Gibbs White blasted into the back of the net. There's an appeal for offside. They're checking it. Berger could have been offside. It's been disallowed. Oh, what a blow. What a blow. Oh, that is disappointing. we are going to look to make a substitution. Cedric Berger, not not as potent as he was down in the championship, obviously. Vargas there, he's on a 6.6. Dishon Bernard on 6.4. We're going to leave that. I think what we need to do is it needs to be either Diarra here or Keita. I think we're doing Keita up front for Cedric Berger. And oh, you know what? Actually, no. Change of plan. We'll do that, and we'll move Keita out onto the wing for the captain. It's a bit mean taking the captain off, I guess. And we are going to bring on Pineris on for Morgan Gibbs-White. He's, look at it, 4 stars, loving that. And we'll leave it like that. We'll give the team talk, point the finger, tell them to go and make a difference. And let's get it back on as I shout at the boys as well to demand some more. Semper now. And he's Pedro. I don't want West Ham bouncing straight back here. That's going to be absolutely crushing if they do after the goal being denied with Tomine now. And is West Ham just sort of probing here? Vlasovic now, the two. Oh no. Oh, Semper. Semper got in the way. Good stuff. It is a corner. I would take a draw on the opening day. I would take a draw. Ball headed away. Vargas on the ball now. Back to the goalkeeper. A lot of highlights in this game. Semper now going forward. Mengi. Aurelio has made a good challenge. Finds Pineris. Keita. That looked pretty good. Marcus Aurelio is looking tired, as is Ifora. We might just check everyone's average rating. Vargas on 6.5. We're going to take him off for Hodgegard. That's how you say it. Iorfa now with the ball. Not really to anyone as West Ham looking to... I've got a feeling that this could be a long season. Oh. Make any more changes? Jones with the ball now. Goalkeeper gets it. No, we can't make any more. We're going to go attacking. Why not? Only shout the boys to demand some more. Why not? Got nothing to lose. Absolutely nothing to lose. If it's 4-2, it's 4-2. If it's 3-3, great stuff. But it's worrying that we've played a relegation candidate and we're going to lose. That's a big problem. I thought we were going to get caught out again there. Sean Bernard hasn't looked great, has he really? Iorfa's been probably the best. I don't know what that was. Just the final highlight of the game. Is this where West Ham just put a dagger into our hearts and make it 4? No, it isn't. As the Chats win the ball back, they spread it across field now. Marcus Aurelio, the goal scorer. Oh, you saw Jones running through. I just thought there was that ball to Jones there, and you think, oh, Jones has got that. This is 4, isn't it? Oh. This is not cool. Look at this. He gets a really... it's an own goal. I think that's an own goal, but... Ball's headed away. We're not going to stop here. We're not going to stop. Pianist there. Chatham down to 17th in the table with no teams on it. Oh, no. I was hoping for the, similar to our, is it our League 2 season against Rotherham? I can't remember, but that game where we played Rotherham where we absolutely smashed them. But, you know, I mean, it's a new team. There's a lot of new players in here, so, but, yeah, I don't know. I don't like what I saw. disappointing. We are a 17th. If the season finishes like this, I would take this at the drop of a hat. I would snap your hand off for this. I mean, Chelsea aren't getting relegated. They've won the league last 3 years in a row. But if we did finish 17th, that would be amazing. I'm going to go away, play a few games, and we've got Southampton in the League Cup. Do not care for that one bit. Man United next, so that'll be great. I don't know when I'll come back. Probably after the window shuts here. We're not making any more transfers. We've got no money over wage budget, so I might come back from Fulham and Everton. That might be quite an interesting one there. No point playing Man City, is there? Anyway, guys, hope you've enjoyed that episode. If you did and you're not subscribed, you made it all this way. If you could, would mean a lot to me. And let me know down in the comments, what do you think we're going to finish? 17th is my bet. I'll see you guys next time. Bye.